Hi friend, in this video I am going to discuss about user management in Oracle. Basically this is the most important part in Oracle database, that as a fresher, if somebody is joining a profile in any IT company as a Oracle DBA or any profile related to Oracle database, then this particular area will be the most important and area. By this you can understand database in detail. You will get idea that how any end user or any user connects to the database through application or through directly command prompt or SQL developer. Like there are multiple platforms from where you can by using that user ID and password you can connect to database. So here we have to will get the idea. And as a DBA, if you are starting your career, this particular profile this particular area where you can get lot of tickets if you are working on any Oracle database support project. There your the basic number of tickets that you will get it will be from user management only, and from here you can easily start taking the tickets and assigning to yourself and start working on it directly. Because if you have a basic understanding of user management, from here you can start working without taking help from the seniors. So yes, now we are going to understand more in detail about the user management. So basically user is responsible for connecting to a database, and all DBA objects like table, index, view can be created under a user only, and user will have some quota under that. All the objects and data will get assigned to that. In Oracle, user and schema are essentially a same thing. If somebody is saying schema or user, both you have to understand it's almost similar. There is a slight difference, like user is responsible for connecting to a database, and schema will have a set of object like table, view, indexes, that all belongs to that account. So the first thing is how we create a user. So this is the command that we use to create a user. So creating a user, create user, then you have to give any name identified by password, and then by default profile you have to choose. Like for every user there will be a profile, so by default profile on database it will be a default, and default table space will be user will be a default table space. When even the existing users also will be a default user only, and it will have a default table space, and temporary table space will be a temp, that is also a default one. Minimum privilege required to connect a database is create session. So let's connect to SQL Plus and see how we have to use it, how we can create. See, like by using this you can connect to SQL Plus. Now we are connected. So currently I am using 19C multi-tenant database. So here we have to connect. Currently I am on container level. So con underscore name. So first of all we have to connect to PDB, because inside the PDB if you are doing all those activity, it will belongs to particular pluggable database. So we are not going to do all this under container because we have already inside that PDB. So it will be like PDB will be as similar as your standalone database. So we'll connect with PDB and then we'll do everything inside that. So as of now you can see PDB seed, it's a template, and then the ORCL PDB, it's a created PDB on this container database. So I am going to connect to this. So alter session set container is equal to ORCL PDB. By this you can connect. Now you are connected to PDB. So if you show con underscore name Now you will see difference. Oh, it's little different, little mistake happened here, so no problem, I'll correct it. So by this name, now you see, now we are connected to Oracle DB. So inside this, now we are going to create the user, like the basic way. First of all, we'll check how many users are currently existing to this. So the command is to check db underscore describe db underscore user. By this you can see what are the we have to describe db underscore users. By this you can describe db underscore users. Now you can see user id, password, account status. By this view you can check everything about your user. So first of all, we'll see what are the users are currently available to our machine. So user name, comma, account status, account underscore status, comma, I'll just take one more thing, that is default table space, default table space, and then we'll see db underscore users. That's how you have to write a command, and you can see set of this. Let me format it. Set lines 300, pages 500. Now you can see this many details. Set lines, this many currently users are existing. You can see these are default one which are created with the user, and these are sysocs, and there are few one which are created with system. So system table space that is by default created with the database itself when the database created. So these are the currently user available to my machine. So now we'll be going to create a user here. So by using that command, I'll be starting it. So the first in place of this user, I'll use dev1, and the password I'll be using dev has. By this we will be creating. Yeah, now you can see this user has been created. So if you want to see, if you want to grant a privilege to this, so grant this dev underscore 1. By this we can grant a create session. By this it will get the required privilege to connect to the database. So grant dev1. By this you can connect to a database, create session, and then there is few more that you have to while creating any resource you have to grant that privilege. Grant connect resources, connect resource to dev1. So this also you can grant it. So after that, this user will be able to connect by this password. It will be able to connect. Like, let me show you. Connect dev1 dev has 1 2 3 4. By this if you connect, it will connect. Oh, no longer required, it's failing just because create session to dev. Okay, no longer required. I have to see the reason why it's not connecting. Let me connect once again SQL Plus. So PDBs alter session set container is equal to ORCL PDB. By this I'm again connected to this. So since I have created this user, we have to see the next thing, how to change the password. If you want to change a password, alter user. I'll change the password to this user. Alter user. Alter the command we have to use to change the password. Alter user, username dev1. Alter user, username identified by password as 1. By this we can change the password. So now password has been changed. So this way we can change the password. And then the next is how to lock and unlock. So we have to see for locking we have to use this one, and if you want to check whether our account this particular account is locked or not, so we have to use select username account underscore status from db underscore users, where user name is equal to dev1. By this we can check currently our account status is open. Set alliance 200 pages 300. Then now you see dev user account is open. So if you want to log this user, so we have to use account dev alter user account alter user dev1 account lock. Generally we lock in case if somebody from the application team is coming and saying like this list of users is no longer going to support this application or no longer going to use this our environment. So in that case, first of all you have to lock those account for at least for 15 days or a month to monitor whether really these users are not going to come back to use this same account or not. So if for those cases, you first of all you have to log those account for certain time, like this way you have to log those account. And then once almost 1 month is over, and once you get the next confirmation from the application team or whoever is the user, if you from their team, if you get the confirmation like those users have left the organization or not going to use further, so in that case you have to drop that user. Otherwise, if somebody is coming back and saying I need my account back, so you have to just do alter user, username like dev1, account unlock. By this you can unlock the account, and then again if you check the status, it will be showing account open. So this is the way you have to do. So the next is, if you want to expire, when we make a user ID expire, then the user does login, it will prompt him to set the new password. So generally we set these things in the profile itself of the user, like after how many days later that user has to change the password, like 3 months, some tenure we have to assign to user in the account profile itself, so that by default profile, in that only will assign this date, that after how much time it should expire. So if you do that, alter user, username, account expire, it will get expire and the user will get prompt to change the password. So this is the way. And if you want to check the default table space of a user, by this you can check. So parallelly I am trying to do the practicals as well, so that we can, yeah, you can see default table space is user only. So this is the way you have to do, like we have to, while creating we have assigned, we can assign any other like apart from by default we can use any other table space also. So like if you want to change it, we can, by using this we can change that table space, like we can use any other table space to change it. So for that we have to use any other table space in place of default table, like users we can use any other table space and then we can change it. Well, like alter user, username, default table space, this, then it will change that user to data table space. Changing a default table default temp table space of a user, by this user table space db user, by this you can see temp table space. It is also have a temp table space. We can create any other temp table space and then we can change it. That's also possible. Like if you have a existing temp table space like temp2, then we can change it. And by this we can assign some quota to our user, alter user like dev quota on users. By this we can assign, you can specify a limit on how much table space quota on a user can use, like any table have like 10 GB, so out of that how much that user can utilize, like 2 GB, 3 GB, 5 GB, as per our need we have to assign this quota. So if I can cover the whole thing, then the whole video will become larger. So I'm keeping till here for today's, and in the next part I'll be covering the remaining part of user table space, profile and other role and privilege related part in next part of user management video. So thanks for watching till here.